These are what they call banana box food truckloads, all right? We got some cheese balls, we got some juice, tomato cock, disgusting. That is literally gross. Light tuna, nice, I love this stuff. October 2025. So why did this get liquidated, you ask? No idea, to be honest.
Nice, fine. The place to find something nice every time.
The economy's in the and you know what sells best? Essentials. That's why today we're gonna unbox a banana box salvage food truckload. We've been doing a lot of food lately because the economy is not looking too hot and people stop spending on wants and start spending on needs, AKA health and beauty, food, child care items, dog, pet treat type of deals. Those are all essentials. Those are things that no matter how bad it gets, people are still going to be willing to spend the money on. But they're always going to look to save some money. So hence why we're gonna do this today. So brief overview. These are what they call banana box food truckloads, all right? The big idea behind these is that this is product that has been liquidated and pushed out of your local grocery store, right? How does grocery work? That's where we need to begin first. Grocery stores buy from big distribution centers, right? No grocery store is gonna buy a full truckload of peanut butter pretzels, right? And when you're the pretzel provider, sometimes it doesn't make sense to distribute product to, 5 cases here, 5 cases here, 10 cases here. What happens is they use big distribution centers in order to spread the product regionally, right? So one big distributor is going to buy a truckload of pretzels and he's gonna send it out to the 150 or 250 grocery stores in his area and distribute this evenly or accordingly or however many they order, right? But what happens when you buy a case pack of these products and one box is damaged? When you're the retailer, AKA the grocery store, you're more than likely going to dispute that order. AKA, hey, everything came in great. We got our 1,000 pretzels, but we also found 16 damaged cases. So we're gonna have to reject those damaged cases. We're sending it back to you, right? Exactly how these things are formed. While they're rejecting product like that, product is also expiring or going in or out of date on the shelves. So first things first is that these are dry goods, right? You're gonna find dry goods. Things like pretzels, chips, jars, cans, candy, taco shells, things like this that, truth be told, have a best buy date, not an expiration date. That is super duper important. If you're going to take away anything from this video, is that best buy dates and expiration dates, all of those are very subjective and they all matter depending on your location. Guys, state of Illinois allows us to sell this product legally. Meaning every state and every county and jurisdiction is going to have its own separate rules when it comes to selling food that's past its expiration date or past its best buy date. Super duper important. Like I said, if you're gonna take away anything from this video, keep that in mind. And disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not giving legal advice. This is just me spewing stuff out loud and recording it and posting it on YouTube. So don't take this as legal advice, just take this as a hint that if you're gonna be getting into the food business, please do your research, call your county, call your state, figure out what the laws and prohibitions are for when it comes to selling goods like this. Because if somebody gets sick and sues you, you're in for a very, very bad time. The way these truckloads are formed and come together is in these banana boxes, right? Obviously, you can tell that these are literally reused banana boxes. So when you see produce in a grocery store, that's kind of how it comes in, and hence the name banana boxes, right? But what's inside these banana boxes is a bunch of dry goods. Look at that. Why did that get liquidated? Because the retailer can't put this up back on their shelf, right? They need nice, clean, retail shelf store product, not damaged goods that probably got ran over by Mary's shopping cart, right? Let's check the date on this. April 25th, 23. So past its best buy date. We got a bunch of beef jerky past the best buy date. Unfortunate, but it's beef jerky. This stuff is literally made to be eaten and preserved for years ahead. So that's kind of where this comes in. You need to be in the niche of food and understand how people shop for food. If you went out and bought a bunch of expired eggs, good luck to you. you're gonna kill people. But if you buy a bunch of expired chips, the worst thing that's gonna happen is a couple trips to the bathroom in worst case scenario, right? Most of the time, you should be all right. Boom, why did this get liquidated? Because the package is broken. And it could be missing one of these little cute yogurt Moto's applesauces. But let's check the date on this really quickly. September 26, 2023. So this is still an in-date product. It's good, it's quality. It's just that it got destroyed. But let's keep going through this box. We got some grape syrup that's leaking. That's not fun. We got beef jerky. We got some chopped pecans. Guys, beef jerky is expensive. This stuff retails for what? Anywhere from $5 to $10 a bag, right? A little bag like this. I'm just gonna guesstimate here that in this one is at least 20 beef jerkies, counting those. 20 times $6 retail, 120 bucks. So if you paid 20 bucks for this box and you got 120 bucks worth of beef jerky, you're in pretty good shape. Keeping in mind that you need to have the clientele for this type of product. But let's move on to the next box. Let me just dump this in here really quick so we don't make it too big of a mess. All right, next box. Ooh, we got some of my favorites. Cheese balls. I love cheese balls. You ever want to send me a gift? Send me one of these jars. I love them. You can tell. But yeah, we got some cheese balls. We got some juice. Tomato cock. Disgusting. That is literally gross. Light tuna. Nice. I love this stuff. October 2025. So why did this get liquidated, you ask? No idea, to be honest. So tuna, this stuff I know for a fact is around $1 or $2 a unit at the store. But when you got 40, 50 of them, you're gonna be able to sell these all day long, especially the fact that they're not expiring till 2025, right? We got more tuna here. So look, boom, you got a big dent right there. That's how retail is. It needs to be pretty. It needs to be pretty to get the full value of the item, right? So nobody said that this wasn't on sale or discounted, right? They could have put it on their clearance section and it just didn't go. So after a while, they're like, you know what? Let's just get rid of it because it's taking up shelf space and we can put clean and good looking product in its replacement. But yeah, we got a bunch of tuna here. What else? Okay, that's not food, so don't drink that or eat that, but it is an Airwick Essential Mist. Some green beans, missing 2 of the pack out of the 4. What else we got? We got some dino crackers or animal crackers. Sorry kids, dino and animal crackers are different. More Go-Go Squeeze. See, opened again. It's still a great product. 03/09/2024. So I guess we're making this videos to kind of answer some of these questions because we have been selling these truckloads and we've been getting a ton of questions, and I figured why not make a video, and then next time I get a question, just copy and paste the link and we're all good. And we might even get a new subscriber out of it. So subscribe, like, and share. As always, have to plug it in. But let's keep going. This box is most of this tuna and nasty ass tomato drink, but ooh, should I keep these? No. I'm looking thicker than the Snicker nowadays, so gotta stop eating. I got a wedding coming up, guys. This isn't a joke. All right, this box. All right, this box, more corn tortillas. We got mashed potatoes in a creamy seasoned sauce, scallops? Scalloped potatoes. Chocolate, some nice fancy chocolate. Boom, 06/01/2024. So you got 3 of these and they're still in date. You can definitely get $2, $3, $4 for these individually. It's quality fine chocolate or truffles or whatever, so that makes sense. And as you can tell, a lot of it is that private label brand, right? You're not seeing a ton of like Cheetos or Lay's, right? Think about when you go into a grocery store. Have you ever seen the Lay's guy or the Pepsi guy putting in the product, right? So if he would crack that case, he would be the one that's taking it back. But this stuff is getting delivered by the distributor, so then it's his responsibility to take the rejects from the store. But the more you know, right? It's all what it's all about. Let's keep going because this is the same product. I guess the wonton strips we haven't had yet. Best Buy, February 25. Wonton strips. Why did they get rejected? No idea. Packaging looks fire. I don't know. They literally could have just been opening up of cases or something. It fell, got stuck behind a counter, and now it's here. All right, let's keep blowing through these because there's a lot of them. So every pallet is gonna come with 24 boxes. So 24 pallets on a truck, 24 boxes per pallet, and yeah, you get 576 boxes. I did not do that math in my head. I just know because I've been selling these truckloads and that's how I sell them. So look at that. This box is straight up full. You got a bunch of mayo, Hopefully that's not expired because I would not use that. Yeah, 05/01/23. So the mayos are expired, but if you're looking for some quality diarrhea, I highly recommend you having some. You know, maybe we're having a little too much fun on this YouTube channel, you know, just talk. Literally talking shit. You got a bunch of these. You got some cocktail sauce, you got some pudding, you got more pudding, another flavor of pudding, more sauce, a ton of sauce. Ooh, a Fanta? Love Fanta. Oh, this is a Habaritos, is what that is. But yeah, you guys can see that the array of things is humongous. Like there's just a mix of everything and anything on here. Habaritos. Da-na-na. Next box, chips. My favorite snack. Kettle cook, these are gas. So you got a bunch of these bags, 2, 3, you got a bunch of those, and you got crispy rice cake cereal. And that's pretty much it in this box. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just chips and rice cakes. Ooh, a whole case of water and a whole case of juice. So yeah, I mean, this kind of explains itself. These used to be straight gas when I was a kid. And they're not expired, 2024. That's a good sign. But yeah, I mean, these come in cases, right? They don't sell these individually. Case probably broke. They took the rest of the remaining of the case, dropped it in here, right? So let's say if you're a retailer looking to buy one of these truckloads for resale, my advice would be to kind of line these up, figure out some sort of a system to kind of make these more appealing, right? Like nobody's gonna give you a buck for these. It's gonna be hard to get a quarter for these. I'm pretty sure retail wise, you're paying less than that. So you're gonna need to make your own case pack and make it work, right? Ooh, pecans, pecan halves. That's another. These are very expensive. Open nature pecans. We got a bunch of soups. Another thing to point out. Some of these are gonna have 10 pieces. Some of them are gonna have 200 pieces, literally. Because if it's small, like seasoning packets or things of that nature, you can kind of see that they're kind of categorized by the aisle or the shelving that they came off from the grocery store, right? Water, juice in one. You got pecans in another. You got peanut butter and salty snacks in another. Like it kind of goes by category, right? So cooking stock, beef, unsalted, and you got a bunch of these actually. Yeah, they're all April 2023, so those are past date. Chunk light tuna and water, more tuna, June 25. That's great. Glazed walnuts, mac and cheese, more mayo. Try some Polish mayo. That's my advice to you guys. If you're watching this, go to a Polish deli or hit me up. I'll send you a package. Polish mayo is the shit, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, let me get some of these that are easier to get to because those just seem heavy and I'm kind of lazy at this point, to be honest. More cereal. Is that carrots? That's kind of gross. I don't know who would eat that, but this is, yeah, so boom, like candy, like not candy, but snacking bars, right? Like protein bars, those are pretty common in here. Almond milk. But yeah, you can see a ton of applesauce, pretty much a repeat. You got a bag of sugar that's obviously cracked, but I guarantee you someone will buy this for 50 cents or a buck. So, and you got at least like 20, 30 units in here. You make a couple of case packs, you make it attractive, and you got yourself a sale. So, what else can we say about these loads? These are not to be taken for granted. These are not easy loads to deal with. They attract mice, they attract bugs, they attract cockroaches. Guys, if you don't have the means of moving a whole truckload of these, try it with 2, 3, 4 pallets first, because these are quite the undertaking, especially if you're nervous that maybe your clientele will not react to it as positively as you would hope, right? Because to me or to you, it might seem like great product, but maybe your clientele is a little bit more high-end, a little bit more picky, and they just might not enjoy this stuff. But more macaroni cheese, you got a bunch of them here. Fruit roll-ups, more applesauce. Wow, a ton of applesauce. Probably because this packaging sucks and it gets, you know, ripped apart easily. More beef stock, and yeah, that's pretty much it in this one. Macaroni cheese, applesauce, and beef stock. Let's go around over there because I saw a very interesting box. And I guess it's a good and a bad thing because it's variety, right? So if you're running a store, it's not bad. But look at this. You got a whole box of Commando brand strips. That's awesome. These things definitely sell like hotcakes. I mean, retail-wise, I think they're like $5, $6, $7 max. You can't tell me you're not gonna be able to get like one for a buck or maybe two for $3, something like that, right? I'm a big fan of bulk deals, so when we ran our bin store all the time, we would try to make case packs or try to put stuff together to kind of get it out, right? You can put it in poly bags or Ziploc bags, put 10, 15 items in one, put a $5 on it and get it out. So that's kind of my advice if I was to do these food loads as a retailer, but these are definitely something different. The big reason I keep pushing these is, like I said, the economy is not too hot right now. It's going downhill and people are spending a lot more money on essentials than they are on wants, right? Amazon, Target, all of those electronic type of loads, all the GM loads, they're always focusing on the gadgets and on the wants of the people, right? Like the toys, the electronics, the new iPads, the drones, the BS that nobody really needs for survival. But this stuff, like, you literally need it. You need it, you have no option but to go out and buy it, right? To feed you and yourself and your family. That's why we try to push these loads nowadays, because the economy is on the downshift. And I know for a fact a lot of people can benefit from some discounted food. All right, so to recap quickly, what can be found inside a banana box salvage food load? The ones that Nice Find pushes and sells are dry goods, right? So imagine yourself walking down your local grocery store, walking down every aisle. You're probably going to come across 1, 2, 3, 4 items off of each shelf, right? It can be anything from tuna cans to crackers to chips to drinks to applesauce and protein bars, right? The dry goods stuff, not the perishables. We're not talking about eggs, we're not talking about bananas, we're not talking about apples, we're not talking about oranges. We're talking about dry goods, things that are produced somewhere in a factory, put into packages, made ready for retail, and given a best by date. Overall, I would say the give or take, the product is going to be about 30, 40, 50% out of date or past its best by date. But that's like what I was spieling about earlier, is very important to look into your local municipality rules and regulations as if you can even sell this stuff. Guys, seriously, look into that, because if you can't sell that stuff, you're going to get into a buttload of trouble and you do not want that. Like I mentioned, in Illinois, we're legally okay to sell these as long as we put up a sign that says, hey, the food below here or the food on this shelf is past its best by date, buyers beware. That type of idea, right? And every state and jurisdiction is gonna have different rules for it. Guys, if you are looking for one of these loads and you are interested in bringing one in, please send us an email at sales@nicefindwholesale.com or join our email list, because we're sending out and blasting out deals all day, every day. So if you're not part of that email list, I highly recommend you join in now, because there's always some quality inventory. And I promise you this, that you're only seeing like 10 or 20% of the things that we actually sell and do on our YouTube channel. We sell a lot of truckloads, we sell a lot of pallets, and we honestly don't have the time to make a video about every single one of them. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please smack that subscribe button, share the love on your Facebook page, and smash that like button, baby, and subscribe to our channel. Peace.